Welcome back, guys, to Neo Racing's online championships. This is the Gran Turismo Sport Championship that we are doing. It's 45-minute endurance race. We're in the Raybrig NSX at Nurburgring GP circuit. Boost is on in this championship, so that should spice things up a bit when it comes to the racing, not necessarily the qualifying. So Neil's on pole from TY, from Jay, from Bidzster, and off we go. Good start by Domingo there in the background. Man of Steel gets a good start as well. Towards the first corner. Oh, Cypher hits the back of Jamo, and Jamo of course got the hit to Gunnar a little bit, but I think everyone else got away with that okay. Bidzster's lost out to Man of Steel there, and he's losing out to Jamo as well. Jamo's up the inside of him. There's Bidzster in the ever orange NSX inside of Jamo, trying to keep with him, but I think Jamo's got this. O'Neill leads after the first few corners from TYJ, Man of Steel, Jamo, and then Bidzster, who we're looking at there. We've got Gunnar behind him as well, rocking the Marc Marquez Repsol colours. Domingo's having a look at Gunnar now. Domingo's having a good look at Gunnar. He's at the inside. He's going to try and get up the inside. Makes his mistake. Good move there by Domingo. As they come through the Schumacher S. Towards the Kumo curve. And turn 12, bit curve. Bidzster, I think Jamo made a little mistake there. Bidzster's behind him and Domingo's behind him as well, so it's going to be 3 into 1. No, don't try this, fellas, it ends tears. Looked into the chicane. Bidzster's looking up the inside of Jamo and got it. Meanwhile, I think that was Cypher running wide into Domingo and Danny Quaver there. So Gunnar says thank you. I'll thread the needle and get through there. So the end of lap 1. Neil Farmite leads. There he is from TY. From Jay Hewson, Man of Steel, Bidzster, Jamo, Gunnar, Domingo. Here's Mr. Slow One. Cypher and Danny Quaver rounds off the 11 that we have in this race. Bidzster's up the inside of Jamo now. Jamo's going to try and fight back on the inside. And Bidzster manages to secure the position, I think. Yep, keeps the power on. Jamo's going to look at the inside now, but Bidzster's going to cover him off. A little bit further ahead, TY, we've got Jay Houston all over his back end. Go through the Dunlop curve, further back, Domingo and Gunnar are battling it out as well. Looks like Domingo's getting a decent run through here. He might have a look into turn 11, but no. Bidzster and Jamo run a little bit wide there, but I don't think that we're up to worry about. Here we go. Meanwhile, Man of Steel's up behind Jay Hewson now. Will he go for a move? I don't know. He's going to stay behind for now. Oh, Gunnar's up the defending from Domingo. Danny Quaver's lost it into the chicane. I don't know what happened there. Came to that a bit late, but Cypher might have been involved there. We don't know, but Danny's at the back, but I'm sure the boost will get him to catch up in a few laps. Gunnar's looking at the inside of Jamo now. Coming down towards the first hairpin. He's up the inside. Domingo's hanging back just to see if he can pick up any spoils, and I think he's going to. He'll try around the outside of Jamo. He might have the momentum to do this. And he's done it. Got past Jamo. Meanwhile, TY's lost out to Jay. TY's made an error somewhere. The speed of error makes another one there. Man of Steel's going to take advantage now. Trying around the outside. And sticks it around the outside as well. So good move there from Man of Steel. Bidzster's behind TY now. Says hello old chum. Let's have a battle. And TY says, wow, yeah, let's have a battle, let's have a fight more like it. He gives me a nice little whack in the side off the corner. Gunnar's behind TY now, trying to take advantage of this. TY tried to keep it on the outside, and meanwhile Jamo's back at the inside of Domingo. Who's going to give way into the Schumacher S? Well, Bidzster's giving way to TY, and Jamo's got no choice but to give way to Domingo. He was keeping his foot in. No way were he going to lift. So TY's on the defence now from Bidzster, who's going to try and get around the outside and get the inside for the next corner. And succeeds. Off down towards the chicane. There's Guna. He's all over the back of TY, but Domingo's all over the back of him, so he's got eyes everywhere. Domingo sees a gap, he's in there. Guna's trying to squeeze him down though, and that just weren't going to fit, boys. That weren't going to fit. Guna was trying to defect. Guna was trying to just trying to squeeze a bit too much, I think, there, but oh well. Moving on from that. Here's Danny Quaver making his way back up. 11th to 6th. Jamo's on him as well. Into a hairpin. Danny Quaver's still trying to defend. Jamo might switch back here. Well, Danny runs wide, so that's helped Jamo's course, so Jamo goes through. Jamo behind Man of Steel there, so might be close enough for a move here. We'll see. Let's just ride on board with Jamo. Not quite close enough yet. How is this look from Danny Quaver's point of view? Oh, Danny's going to take have to go to the side and try and take advantage. And here's Mr. Slow on, but thinks twice about it, backs out of it. While near the front, Jay Houston's slowly closing on Neil, who makes a little error there, but shouldn't affect him too bad. There's Bidzster and TY from Hot Pursuit. And speaking of Hot Pursuit, Jamo's really squirming out on the Hot Pursuit of Man of Steel, wanting to get back those places. He had a little sneaky look there, but couldn't make anything stick, so had to back out of it. The black NSX. Down towards the chicane now. 7 minutes into this race. About 45, and he's up the inside of Man of Steel. Outbreaks him, gets the job done. Never wanted a textbook manoeuvre, that was it. Well done, Jamo. Man of Steel's going to fight back though. He's not going to give up that easily. Oh, Danny outbreaks himself. It's Man of Steel into Jamo, but I don't know if that was going to be enough for him to take advantage. Meanwhile, Guna's taking. Speaking of advantage, Guna's taking advantage of this. Swap sides. He's going to try and go up the inside of Man of Steel, I think. Is he? Dives on the brakes. Man of Steel's braking late. I think almost a bit too late. He's gone really wide there. Guna's took advantage. Domingo's at the inside of Guna now, though, and little tap to make good friends. It's all chopping and changing, and this, you wouldn't think this is a 40-minute race. You think this were a 10-lap sprint. We go towards the little chicane, so let's have a look a bit further up front. Jay's closing up to Neil now. Jay's closing up to Neil. Neil runs a bit wide, that's not going to help his cause. Jay's right up behind him. Seeing the back of the shot, Guna looked like he was going to look at the inside of Man of Steel, but we'll stay with this for now. Because it looks like Jay's going to close up to Neil. All over his gearbox now. I think now he's going to get try and get a good run out of here. See if he can get the draft. He's in the slipstream. See if he makes a move into the chicane. Will Neil defend? No, Neil goes to the racing line. Jay goes up the inside, onto the brakes, and into the chicane, just like Jamo earlier. Good textbook move there from Jay Houston. So what Bidzster and TY want now is them two to keep battling, so then they can close up a bit more. Speaking of battles, Man of Steel's at the inside of Jamo, contact, Man of Steel goes round. Don't think Man of Steel got it stopped in time there. And Domingos took advantage of this, Guna's going to try as well. Guna's up the inside. Into the first corner. Nope, he has to back out of it. Jamo keeps the momentum around the outside. Here's the leader, Jay Houston, followed by Neil. And you can see visually there, Bidzster is closer. Bidzster is closer. So he's really been getting the hammer down. Trying to catch up and pulling TY along with him as well. So this could, I think, in a lap or so, this is going to be a good battle. It's going to start to brew. So just while they're all closing up, we'll just go back and have a look at this Jamo. No, not the Jamo battle, the battle for 5th. There's that in the background. That's Mr. Slow One there. That's his actual name, as you can see above. We don't just call him the Slow One because we think he's slow. He's a good racer. He's been with us for up to about 5 or 6 years, probably more. Cypher goes on the grass. He's a new guy. Cypher, welcome to the championship. Not on the microphone. He's not been on the microphone, but it looks like he's a good, clean racer. So nice to have a new blood with us. And speaking of blood, looks like this battle's reached its fighting point. Domingo's having to defend from Jamo here. In the background, Cypher's having a lunge. Massive lunge on Mr. Slow One. Mr. Slow One sees him coming and lets him go. I'm not surprised with that lunge. I would have. But anyway, up the front. Bidzster and TY are still trying to close up to Neil and still trying to close up to Neil and Jay. So you can see on the left, standings as follows: Jay Houston in the lead, just after the 11-minute mark. From Neil Farmack, from Bidzster, from TY, King Domingo, Jamo, Guna and Cypher. We do still have some slots open for the championship if people want to join. We can have up to 16 on track, so we've got 11 at the minute, so if people want to join, and you think you can make a Wednesday evening at 8 o'clock Greenwich Mean Time. And find Neo Racing on Facebook. We are clean racers. We are looking to recruit some more people at the minute. So we understand that people have commitments and everything, but we're trying to get some regulars in so we can get some good racing each week. Meanwhile, Guna is on the back of Jamo. Jamo makes a little twitch there, a little error. Guna's having a sniff. Looks at the inside. Couldn't get it done. It's not close enough, I don't think. Meanwhile, there's Danny Quaver, Cypher, Man of Steel, the blue trio at the back. Bidzster's, that's not Bidzster, that's Guna. Got mixed up there with the orange for a second. But speaking of Bidzster, he's behind Neil now. See if he can put the Mr. Farmack under pressure. Into the hairpin, coming up towards the Mercedes Arena, into the complex section. Turns 2, 3, 4 and 5. And, looking at the map of Nurburgring GP circuit here, it actually counts. As you look at the exit of this corner, it actually counts this little, there's a tiny little kink here, it actually counts that as a corner, believe it or not, so, oh well. So Jamo's behind Domingo now. Having a look. He's having a look at the inside. No, darting around, just trying to pressurise Domingo. Just trying to keep the pressure there, saying, you know, I am behind you and I am looking for a way past, so keep behind the mirrors. As the exit there, going down towards the Dunlop curve. Domingo takes an early defensive line just to make sure everything gets put up the inside. As a result of that, Jamo runs a bit wide. Guna's having a sniff for an opportunity, but has to back out of it. Wow, Man of Steel, just in front of Mr. Slow One there. So look at the battle for the lead. Still a little bit more spread out, but hopefully they'll close together soon enough. There's Neil Farmack, followed by Bidzster. So we've got he's closing up now. Bidzster's closing up to the back of Neil here. You might have a think about it into turn 1. He's right behind him. Moves out on the brakes. He's up the inside. He's lost it a bit on turning. He had to snap it in to avoid running into Neil, and snapped it, and it just got away from him, so he's lost the place to TY there. So he's just got to try and do it all again now, so we'll rejoin the battle for 5th and 6th. Jamo's closing up to the back of him. He's just looking up the inside, or is he going to try and keep the... He's just trying to keep the pressure on. He's trying to keep his angle so he's in his mirror. So out of turn 7, heading down towards turn 8, which is the Dunlop hairpin. Down towards here. Not trying to move here. And run through there cleanly. There's TY. Gone back to his original blue and yellow colours. So there's Jay Hewson on energy colours. Neil, Yokohama. TY rocking the yellow and blue. Sort of looks like the spoon colours, but taking a different twist on it. And Bidzster rocking the orange as usual. So, coming round to start lap 10. We are 16.5 minutes roughly into this race. Down to 45. There's no mandatory pit stops in this. There's no mandatory pit stops, but you can make one if your tyres are going to go off. And Bidzster's looking around. TY now is trying to put pressure on. And you think it's working because TY makes a little error there. Runs wide again. Will Bidzster now go for a bit of a better run out here and a cut back? He might be. Let's go on board with it. Let's go on board with Bidzster. See what he's going to try and do. I don't think he was close enough there. And TY's running a little bit wider now again, but again manages to keep it. Let's go back to the trackside cameras. For now, TY's running a bit wide. He's getting a little bit ragged, but nothing too much to be worried about. Bidzster's having a look at the inside. He's darted to the inside. He's up the inside. He's gone too fast into it though. Will he be able to keep it? On the inside. Keeping it on the inside, a little bit of a touch. And no, TY manages to keep it. For now. Meanwhile, Neil's all over the back of Jay Hewson. Keeps it defended. Manages to keep it, and TY manages to keep it in front of Bidzster as well. Oh, makes a little mistake though. Will Bidzster be able to take advantage? Tries the outside. Gets on the marbles. You see there, gets on the marbles and just loses a bit of traction. So, see if he can close up on the straight. Just quickly. See if anyone's closer back here now. Oh, Mr. Slowan's made a little mistake and Domingo goes through. But anyway, back to the battles up front. Jay's having to defend from Neil, consequently TY's having to defend from Bidzster at the same time. So the exit the Mercedes Arena. TY gets a massive moment there from TY. Jay's still defending from Neil. Four for the lead. One mistake from either of them will be at the back of this bunch. Into the Dunlop hairpin. TY's defending now from Bidzster. TY moves to the side and has to let Bidzster through, and I can tell you why that was, because TY was suffering from lag there. Unfortunately, TY's been struggling for lag for a while now, but most of the time in the races he's been okay, but he's suffering from lag a little bit here, I can tell you that. That's what actually happened in the race, so that's why he had to back off a little bit to get some space between the cars. have a look at the battles a little bit further back. There's the battle for 5th still going on. There's Jamo. And Man of Steel's got Domingo right behind him. Who's to defend? Domingo's not close enough this time round. There's Mr. Slow One. And I can tell you, Gunnar retired from the race and left the lobby for some unknown reason, so don't know why that was. So we're down to 10 people now. But still a good race. Jay Houston having to heavily defend from Neil now. Having to defend for his life. We're at the 20-minute mark. But the thing is, all this defending is not going to be doing his tyres any good. So he's going to be thinking about that as well, because it's not a short race. It's a 45-minute endurance race. And here's Neil Farmack with Bidzster behind him. Now I can tell you the reason for that mistake. Neil goes off. Neil's wheel, racing wheel that he used, had some kind of malfunction, and it decided to try and reset itself as he tried to make the corner, so that's why Neil fell backwards. So a couple of reasons there for TY and Neil that's involved. Obviously it was out of their control, but unfortunately those things happen, so hopefully it won't happen again. So let's look a bit further back. So we're starting to string out a little bit now. So we've got Jay Houston up front from Bidzster from TY. There's Jamo, 4th. He looks like he's on a good pace as well. Did his personal best the last time round. There's Domingo, who held the fastest lap of the race after he went backwards. So as you can see, because he went to the nearer the back, he had a bit more of a boost, so he got a faster lap time. So fastest laps are irrelevant really. There's Neil Farmack, 7th place on the catch-up now after he's fixed his wheel. There's Mr. Slow One with Danny Quaver catching him up. And there's Cypher at the back, still trying to get used to the way things work in this championship. He'll get there eventually, I'm sure. So, battle for the lead. Bidzster is all over the back of Jay Houston. It's usually for the last few seasons been the other way around. We've had Bidzster in front trying to defend from everyone else, but this time it's Jay Houston that has to defend from Bidzster, so we'll see how this works out as they go into the little dips. Now to turn 12, sorry, turn 7, my apologies. Down towards the Dunlop hairpin. The gaps are still remaining the same. German's a tad wide there, but nothing too much to be worried about. Meanwhile, right here, Neil slides wide, and Man of Steel takes advantage at the inside. No, there was no contact there. Let's have a look. Bidzster's still up behind Jay Houston, trying to find a way past. I might try and get a decent run out of here, but it looks like Jay's got a decent run as well, so he's right up behind him. Almost pushing him. Jay Houston defends. Is on the brakes and nothing Bidzster can do there. Jay had a good defence going there, but he might get a better run out of the corner. But Jay straight back to the right hand side to defend. Keeps the position again. And then on to the start finish straight, start lap 14. Jay's defending. TY's having to think about things as well. Bidzster goes back to the inside to see if he darts back, but no, but Jay Houston says, I'm staying there, I'm covering you off. So good defending there from Mr. Houston. So a little bit further back, there's Jamo still trying to catch up in 4th place. Domingo, Man of Steel, with Danny Quaver and Mr. Slow One right behind him. Danny Quaver has a little bit of a sniff, and if he's having more than a sniff, he's having a good look. Trying to go around the outside of Man of Steel. Man of Steel says, no, you're not going around me that way, sunshine. But looks like Danny Quaver's going to try and keep it stuck. Man of Steel goes around the outside of him again. Onto the defending line. Good racing by these two, good clean racing. Man of Steel's going to have to defend now. to Dunlop hairpin, so everything stays the same there. Both with a little touch wide, but nothing that will affect them both. So it's a look back up front, Bidzster and Jay Houston. Still not found a way past Jay Houston yet. He's weaving around, trying to put him under pressure. He's having a look at the inside. He's looking left, right, up, down. Still can't find a way. He's got a decent run, so he's on the right hand side, which is the wrong side for the chicane. He's going to try and carry the run through here into the chicane. Jay will be on the brakes, so will Bidzster. Bidzster has to let him go. Goes over the curb and spun round. Puts too much power on. Completely spun round there, Bidzster. That was his own fault. And because he's ghosted, he can just turn around and rejoin. Unlucky there for Bidzster. So he'll have to make a comeback through the field, but with boost being on, I don't think he'll have too much of a problem. Trying to get back up, because you can see how Neil's made progress. Neil's caught to the back of the lot, the inside of Danny Quaver. Danny Quaver gives him an acre of room. Well, I think not more than an acre, a couple of acres that. So Bidzster gets past. He gets past Mr. Slow and then makes an error of himself, so Bidzster just needs to back off, cool it off a bit and try and refocus. There's Man of Steel and Neil battling it out. Man of Steel makes a little error and Neil's gone through. Danny Quaver's right behind him. Man of Steel moves out. No, can't do anything there. Mr. Slow One's gone off, so Bidzster goes through. There to 8th place. He's behind Danny Quaver now. Tries to go around the outside. Probably dart to the inside. Man of Steel made a little error there. He just has to wait his turn. Man of Steel's right behind Danny Quaver again. Goes to the inside. No, can't get it done there. Man of Steel's going to have eyes everywhere now. He's got trying to attack Danny in front, but he's got Bidzster who's wanting to trip right back up to the front behind him. It's all happening here. Man of Steel's at the inside of Danny Quaver. Bidzster's off in the background. He's made some kind of error there. I think he made an error on the brake, must have touched the grass, so he's off again. So not having a good race. He's Bidzster here. He's having a few bad laps. Seems to be a trend of Bidzster that once he makes a mistake, he can't seem to stop making them after that for a little bit. Meanwhile, Jamo's back up to 2nd place. We've missed all this. Jamo's back up to 2nd. TY's having to stop there because of the lag again, so that's why TY's dropping down the order. But Jamo now is right behind Jay Houston. Jay Houston will be getting fed up with this, saying, how many people do I have to defend from? But that's the way it goes sometimes, so we're only 3 minutes off. Sorry, almost 2 minutes off of the half an hour point, so we've got about 17 minutes left in this race. Jamo's still looking for a way around Jay Houston. There's Domingo to 3rd, Neil back up to 4th, Man of Steel 5th, Danny Quaver 6th, Mr. Slow One 8th. I don't know why it skipped 7th there, but I think Bidzster must have just passed him as it were doing that. So, and there's Cypher near the back. So there's Bidzster behind Danny Quaver. Danny Quaver's up behind Man of Steel also. They're in a battle for themselves. And Bidzster gets past Danny Quaver on exit. Got a good exit speed there. Flashes light, says thank you very much, old chum. And a couple of truck drivers down the M1. Out of there, we're down towards the chicane. Let's see if Jamo's any closer to the back of Jay. Nope, he's still right behind him. Can't find a way past though. So Jay's doing a good job here. Domingo's got Neil closed up behind him, so we've got a few good battles for him here. Man of Steel's off, makes an error. Bidzster's through. Danny Quaver's off as well, so I don't know whether there's contact there. But anyway, there's C in the front. Jay Houston having to defend from Jamo. There's Jay. With Jamo behind him. Still. There's Domingo, and then Neil. Oh, who's that off in the background? Mr. Slow One's off. Man of Steel's going to take advantage. You can see the car's squirming around a lot more now because we've been racing for half an hour. And the tyres will be slowly going to go on the way out. He's up behind. He makes a little area there. Danny Quaver's going to go through, I think. Yep, Danny Quaver goes through back to 7th place. Man still runs wide. Danny Quaver we were just on the wrong line there to try and take advantage, so not close enough there. Someone's off. Neil's off. Neil's made another error. Don't know whether that was wheel related or not, but he made another error there, so Neil's gone backwards. So Bidzster's up to 4th. He'll be really wanting to chase down Domingo and everyone else now. Jamo's on the outside coming towards the chicane. Jay defends again. Got to hand it to Jay Houston in this race. He's defended really well. And there's the background. Bidzster's off. I think there was contact with Man of Steel there. As Bidzster's car gets reset there. So no, not too much harm done there, but Man of Steel's gone back up. That's Man of Steel still trying to recover in the barrier. There he gets recovered, so Neil's in the pits. Now this could be a game changer. Neil's coming into the pits and with boost on, I think he'll might do a good job of catching up here, so there's Mr. Slow One behind Danny Quaver. Bidzster's 4th. There's Domingo in 3rd on his own. Jamo and Jay are a little bit more spread out now, so Jamo can catch up in the next couple of corners. Schumacher S. Towards turn 11 and 12. Jamo's still closing. Domingo, Bidzster. There's Cypher making a bit of a comeback in 6th place. Oh, that was a little mistake from Mr. Slow on ahead, so we'll be catching up to him there. There's Bidzster and there's Jamo and Jay still the same order. Jamo's not been able to close up too much as they start lap 19. We are just approaching the 33-minute mark, so not long left in this race. Jay goes to the right, takes the defensive line. Jamo stays on the outside and can't really get anything done there, so into the Mercedes arena. Takes a lot of curb there, Jamo. He's really having a look at now. He's really trying to fight into Jay and have a look. Both run a little bit wide there. Just a slow one. There's Cypher with Danny Quaver right behind him. There's Danny having a look round the outside, hoping to keep on the inside for the next corner, but no, Cypher manages to hold him off. Oh, Danny makes a little error though. Will Man of Steel take advantage of this? Yep, you got a little bit of contact between the both. Oh, and contact again. Danny's got a bit out of shape there, but no harm done. Now here's Neil Farmack closing up. Been in the pits, had fresh tyres. Let's see how fast he can get through this field. Up the inside of Danny Quaver. Blue cars everywhere. He's in a swarm of them. So he's past Danny Quaver. You can just see he's got the purple first sector even in traffic, so you can just see how the boost is affecting him and how the new tyres are as well. So he's got a bit of a mistake there in the background from Danny Quaver. He's up the inside of Man of Steel. He's got him. And now up the inside, hopefully offside, but a little bit of contact. They're off. Just a bit of racing incident there, a bit of contact. Neil goes back, but I'm sure he'll be back up with them. So meanwhile, up the front, Jay Houston. There he goes to defend again. He always seems to catch up with the hairpin. So goes super defensive into the inside. Jamo, where's Jay gone? Where's Jay gone? There he is. He ran a bit wide there. I thought he'd come back into camera shot sooner, so he ran a bit wide. Jamo's going to try and go around the outside of him. If he pulls this off, it'll be cracking move there from Jamo around the outside. Good car control around the outside, past him, and now he's going to try and stay there. But Jay will have a bit more of a better boost now. Tiny bit more grip. So see if Jay Houston can stick with Jamo now. Depends how the tyres are. There's Domingo in third, Bidzster fourth. They're a bit more spread out now. Then you've got the battle. You've got all these cars battling for fifth. Neil's come back up through the order. I told you to be quick with the change of tyres. So Neil's behind Mr. Slow One. Mr. Slow One pulls to the side, lets him go because he knows he's not there's no point in battling him because he'll just get through at some point. Oh, Mr. Slow One's off into the gravel. Little error there. So Danny Quaver and Man of Steel go through consequently of that. So let's just see how much those tyres make a difference. So let's go on board with Domingo in third place. So through these corners here. A little bit of a twitch on the way out. Let's have a look what Neil does in this section. Straight in, see the boost helping him out, there's the cornering speed. And takes it to the other way. A little bit of a squirm, but nothing to worry about. Straight back on the gas and away. So it's always helping him out quite good, which is let's see if we can get any closer to Bidzster before near the end of the race. So there's Bidzster, there's a bit of a gap between them. So starting lap 21. Looks like Jamo's just about being... Oh, Jamo makes a little error though. I was going to say Jamo's pulling away from Jay there, but he made a little error. That's just the lack of grip of being in first place because of the lack of boost he's got. So he's been going third place, Bidzster fourth. Man of Steel not going to get through there on Neil. Not even me making a mistake, you won't be able to get through there. So a bit further back. There's Mr. Slow One. There's Cypher. Danny Quaver's gone a bit further backwards as well, so Danny's made an error somewhere. And there's TY. TY was keeping at the back on purpose because he needed to watch out for the lag. So it was a good sportsman of him there to drop back to make sure no one else got lagged into. There's Man of Steel behind Neil Farmack. Trying to keep with Neil, but I think with Neil being on those fresh tyres, he's not going to be able to keep with him for very long. Front, there's Jay Houston. So in this championship we're doing all the most of the new DLC cars that have come out recently. So we're doing all the GR2s. So this is the Raybrig NSX, the GR2. We're doing the other GR2 cars as well. We're doing the GR3 Lexus. Doing the BMW M3 Evolution 8-9. We are doing the Ferrari F40 and both of the new Red Bulls, the Red Bull Junior and the standard Red Bull as well. So a good variation of cars in this new championship. There's Bidzster. I think there's Neil still towing Man of Steel along with him. So we've got about 6 minutes left in this race. Don't know if that's going to be enough time for Neil to catch Bidzster, but having said that, Bidzster's tyres must be going off by now because he was on the super softs, and Neil, you can see in the background there, Neil's actually visually closer, so Bidzster's losing time here on these old tyres. So I think Bidzster should have probably pitted, but he's not bothered, so it's too late to pit now. He won't be able to make up enough places in time. So we'll see if Neil catches him. Let's see if we can see the visual gap closing. So also done what hairpin. Should be able to get a good. Yeah, you can see just on the brakes how Neil manages to close in, keep the cornering speed, and then on the exit, you can see they're visually closer. So if we go back to the outside camera now, yeah, you can see there, Neil is right on the back of Bidzster. I think, sorry, beg your pardon ladies and gentlemen, I've been saying it's 45 minutes all long, it's a 40-minute race. Neil's got past Bidzster, so this is the last lap. 40-minute race, I beg your pardon, I've been saying 45 minutes all long, it's a 40-minute, I do apologise. So Jamo wins, first race of the season. Jay Houston in second place. Domingo gets third. Neil Farmack, crafty, gets those 2 tyres on, manages to grab fourth back. Bidzster fifth, he'll be kicking himself for that. Man of Steel in sixth. Mr. Slow on there, seventh. Cypher will be eighth. Danny Quaver, who's doing a bit more low mowing there, ninth. And TY will unfortunately become in 10th and last position. So you can just see the lag there that he had the problem with there. You see the lag. So that's what he had to put up with. So good racing there from everyone. So your winner there is Jamo. Well done to Jamo. So, right then, we'll catch you next time for the Neo Racing Online Championship Gran Turismo Sport. We'll see you next time, yeah?